Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Kirk Baster. I'm the publisher of Progressive Railroading, and I'd like to welcome you as we recognize Progressive Railroading's 2025 Rising Stars. Progressive Railroading originally created the Rising Stars Recognition Program as a way to highlight and to celebrate some of the industry's up-and-comers. We're very proud of the Rising Stars program and the importance in the industry. This is the 13th year of the program, and it keeps evolving and growing each and every year. At this time, I'd like to thank our sponsors of today's event. Our platinum sponsor, CSX, our gold sponsor, Genesee & Wyoming, our silver sponsors, BNSF, CPKC, REMSA, Sierra Northern Railway, and TTX. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to continue recognizing the rising stars of today who will be the leaders of tomorrow. We greatly appreciate their support of this very important industry program. I'd also like to acknowledge the incredible group of award winners we have this year. We received roughly 130 submissions, all from extremely qualified candidates, which made the process of selecting the winners a very difficult one. As you'll hear shortly, this group of rising stars are already doing amazing things that are not only contributing to the success of their organizations, but shaping the rail industry as a whole. They are truly a remarkable group. I'd also like to thank our editorial team, represented today by Progressive Railroading's Associate Editor, Bridget Dean, and our Senior Editor, Julie Snyder, who not only spearheaded the Rising Stars submission and review process, but did a fantastic job developing the profiles of the winners that are currently posted on our website at progressiverailroading.com and will also appear in the September issue of Progressive Railroading magazine. Now, I'd like to hand it over to Bridget and Julie to begin the award presentations.
Thank you, Kirk. Before we introduce this year's 25 honorees, I'd like to describe the process Progressive Railroading uses to select the Rising Star Award winners. As Kirk mentioned, 2025 is the 13th year that we've offered the Rising Stars Awards. We define a Rising Star as someone under the age of 40 who has made or is making a positive impact on their company, organization, department, or team, and is viewed by others, peers, colleagues, supervisors, clients, or associates as an up-and-coming leader in the rail industry. During a nomination process that lasts several months, Progressive Railroading readers this year submitted nominations for over 130 individuals who work for Class 1s, regionals, short lines, passenger railroads, transit agencies, government entities and associations, engineering firms, contractors, or suppliers. Narrowing down those nominations to just 25 people is always difficult. As we've witnessed over the past dozen years plus, the level of excellence that many young professionals in rail are showing in their work is truly inspiring. Every year, the award winners are chosen based on their contributions to railroading, as well as their career achievements, demonstrated leadership, professional association activity, and community involvement. Winners have been profiled on progressiverailroading.com, and as was mentioned earlier, they will be recognized in the magazine's September issue. I encourage everyone to read the award winners' responses to questions about how and why they got into the rail industry and why they love the work that they do. Now on to this year's winners. The first rising star we're honoring today is Erica Baer, who is the Director and Human Resources Business Partner for Engineering and Mechanical at CSX. In her role, she supports 8,700 engineering and mechanical employees from a human resources perspective. This includes employee development and innovative HR solutions that drive business results. But during her 15-year tenure at CSX, Erica has supported almost every department. On behalf of CSX, Erica's Rising Stars Award nominator, Kia Warren, had this to say, quote, Erica is a true leader in everything she does, and she is not afraid to do the right thing and challenge others. She always wants what is best for the employees at CSX and for the business. She has a strong presence, influencing leaders at all levels to make CSX better every day. End quote. Erica is also making a difference outside of CSX. As president of the board of Stepping Stones Children's Center in Pennsylvania, Erica leads a team focused on the education curriculum, raising funds to help children's development, and bringing programs into the school that connect the center's children to the community. Congratulations, Erica Bear.
Thank you, Julie, and thank you so much for the honor and recognition. It's such an honor to stand alongside the rest of the honorees today, and working for the railroad industry is something special. I've put a lot into the moment to get here over the last 15 years, and it's exciting to look back on. I would like to thank a few mentors along the way, Amy Melkin, Stephanie Noel, and Deanna Sorfleet, whose guidance, wisdom, and encouragement have shaped not only my professional journey, but my character as well. I'm grateful to family and friends whose unwavering support has been my foundation throughout every challenge and triumph. Our field is built on tradition, yet always looks forward, and it has been a privilege to contribute to its growth. Thank you once again for this incredible honor. I look forward to continuing to drive our industry forward.
Thanks, Erica. Next, we're recognizing Heidi Baker, Director of Trade Shows and Marketing at the Railway Engineering Maintenance Suppliers Association. Heidi is unable to be with us today, but she did share a video with us to share after her introduction. Heidi oversees and manages REMSA events, including planning railway interchange, exhibits with the National Railroad Construction and Maintenance Association, and REMSA supplier showcases at the North American Railway Club. Heidi's path into the rail industry is proof that promo swag really does work. While job searching, she recognized REMSA from a promotional poncho that her husband picked up at Railway Interchange in 2019. When managing events for REMSA, Heidi says unexpected challenges arise no matter how much you prepare. Remaining flexible and being armed with backup plans has led her to success in her career. When asked how she stays resilient through tough times, Heidi says she relies on her own consistency. Something she commits to every single day is running. She's on a daily running streak of nearly 3 years, and that daily commitment has taught her that showing up is the first step for many of life's challenges. Being persistent and intentional has paid off in both her professional and personal life, she says. Heidi, congratulations on that success and on being one of our rising stars.
Hi everyone. I'm sorry I'm unable to make today's ceremony, but I wanted to send along this message. I'm incredibly honored to be named a 2025 Rising Star. Thank you to Progressive Railroading for this recognition. It's an honor to join this year's outstanding class and to join the larger group of former Rising Stars who are making a difference in the rail industry. I want to thank the REMSA team, Ursula Susie, Celeste Gelber, and Matt Ginsberg for their constant support and collaboration. I love being part of such a great team. I also want to thank the REMSA board for their encouragement and support. Thanks again to Progressive Railroading, and congratulations to my fellow Rising Stars.
Our next rising star is Steve Barish, owner, president, and general manager of Davenport Industrial Railroad. Steve also owns West Erie Short Line and serves as president of his company, Resourceful Rail. As you might expect with so many titles, Steve wears a lot of hats. Whether it's administrative work, track inspection, or hopping on the locomotive as a conductor, Steve stays busy. His interest in rail developed as a teen, and he interned for CSX while in college at the University of Toledo. After graduating, he worked for a railroad construction contractor before founding Resourceful Rail and later Davenport Industrial Railroad. From his nominator, John Howell at Davenport Industrial Railroad, quote, "In the 5+ years I have known Steve, not only has he done a masterful job as a general manager, but he has built upon his skills as a track specialist to become a conductor on Davenport Industrial Railroad. More than that, through his own company, Resourceful Rail LLC, he has acquired a second short line and is starting the now dormant railroad from scratch," end quote. When not working at either railroad or on resourceful rail initiatives, Steve enjoys racing his Ford Crown Victoria Police Interceptor, a race car that he owns with his brother. Steve, congrats on your industry achievements.
Thank you, Bridget. Big thanks to Progressive Railroading for putting this whole thing together. I've watched the Rising Stars be nominated over the years, and it's great to see this this award and this great group of people that I'm joining here. I want to thank John, who nominated me. He's my business partner in Davenport and was the one who sold me West Erie Short Line. It's been a pleasure to build and work on businesses with him over the past several years. I want to say a special thank you to my parents, Don and Shirley, for helping me get to this point and being my support through working at Class 1 and then contractors and now into short lines. It's been quite a bit of a jumping around. And lastly, and most importantly, I want to thank the DIR and West Erie teams. I'm just a piece of the puzzle for these two great railroads, and I'm very, very grateful for the help and the group of people that we have at both of those railroads. So thank you, guys.
Next, we honor Keith Creasy, who is Vice President and North American Tier 4 Locomotive Platform Leader at Wabtec Corporation. So far, Keith has spent his entire career at Wabtec, starting as a member of the Operations Management Leadership Program in 2009, after graduating from the University of Notre Dame with a degree in mechanical engineering. During his first decade with Wabtec, Keith became an outstanding operational leader, developing skills in lean manufacturing, labor relations, supply chain management, project management, and Six Sigma. In 2018, he joined Wabtec's locomotive modernization team, where he worked as a senior product manager to modernize 20-plus-year-old locomotives. By the end of his tenure in that role, Wabtec had modernized more than 1,000 locomotives for the Class 1 railroads. In 2022, Keith was promoted to be the CSX Key Account Executive for Wabtec's account with CSX, leading one of the company's most strategic customer accounts. Keith says the most valuable lesson he's learned so far in his career is the power of listening to others, a skill he picked up from a manager early in his career. The manager taught Keith the power that comes from letting people in the room speak first, then giving yourself time to consider their viewpoints before speaking up yourself. Congratulations on all your success, Keith.
Thanks, Julie. Appreciate the recognition and appreciate Progressive Railroading and the Rising Stars program. Also, just like to thank Wabtec and Gina Trombley, my former manager, who put me forth for the honor here today. So appreciate all the opportunity I've had over the last 16 years with Wabtec. It's been quite a journey throughout various parts of the organization, and looking forward to the future ahead. I think this is a great industry. Really feel honored to be recognized with everyone else here. Thank you.
Next up, we recognize Rising Star Michael Crossland, who serves as general manager for two Louisiana railroads in the Watco system, the Baton Rouge Southern Railroad and the JoJo Railroad, where he oversees the operations, maintenance, and mechanical departments and is responsible for the railroad's safety performance and profitability. Michael says he had zero experience or knowledge of railroading when he began as a conductor in April 2013 on the Louisiana Southern, but he took the job because of the industry's reputation for offering solid pay and good benefits. Soon after, when the opportunity to earn his train service engineer certification came up, Michael jumped on it. 3 years into his railroad career, Michael became assistant train master on the Louisiana Southern, and a year later was promoted to train master. A few years after that, he transferred to the Stillwater Central Railroad and remained there until January 2022, which is when he moved on to his current role. Watco Vice President Jason Elliott had this to say about Michael in his nomination for the Rising Stars Award, quote, "Right off the bat, I recognize two things about Michael. The first is that he communicates very effectively with his group and with others. The second is his ownership of the railroads. He is highly involved. He knows all the aspects of the operations, from daily switching tasks through billing. I've never asked him a question that he hasn't been able to answer," end quote. On that, congratulations on all your success, Michael Crossland.
Thank you, Julie. I'm honored to be nominated by Watco and selected by Progressive Railroading as one of this year's honorees. It's a privilege to be recognized among such a talented group of future leaders in the rail industry. Special thank you to everyone who supported me on this journey, especially my amazing wife, whose support and personal sacrifices have played a vital role in my growth and success. Thank you.
Our next rising star is Trevor Gillen, Director of Economic Planning at TTX. With a master's degree in economics from DePaul University, Trevor navigates TTX through economic trends and their impact on freight movement. He holds an undergraduate degree in economics and political science from University of Rhode Island and a master's degree in economics from DePaul University. Prior to his role at TTX, Trevor interned with the U.S. Treasury Department doing forensic analysis on financial crime cases, and later served in economist roles at an infrastructure company in their sports and entertainment division and for a company in the steel industry. He was then approached by TTX for his current role. As Director of Economic Planning, Trevor must be familiar with the market trends of all industries that brush with railroads, including global trade, energy, real estate, automotive, manufacturing, and consumer markets. This variety makes for an ever-evolving workflow, he says. Trevor, congrats on your achievements and on being selected as a rising star.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's great to be here. It's great to be recognized in the industry with all of my fellow honorees. I want to say thank you to everyone at TTX and all my wonderful coworkers there. And I also want to say thank you to my wife, who's helped support me throughout this entire journey, and also my two daughters. Thank you, everybody.
Up next, we honor Jonathan Healy, Director of Sales for Export Coal at CSX. Jonathan manages a team that handles about $1 billion in revenue for CSX annually. The team finds transportation solutions for coal producers and traders to move coal from the mine to the export piers on the East Coast and in the Gulf. Jonathan grew up in Jacksonville, Florida, and followed his father, who also worked for CSX, into the rail business. When you grow up in Jacksonville, CSX is seen as the pinnacle employer in the city, he says. His nominator for the Rising Stars Award, Kia Warren, on behalf of CSX, tells us that Jonathan showcased his leadership after the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapsed in March 2024. Warren says that the tragedy all but eliminated vessel access to the export coal terminals on the Patapsco River in Baltimore, which CSX served. John led the effort to redirect traffic to other terminals and created temporary solutions to mitigate the impact for customers affected by the disruption. Through his leadership, he was able to develop even more meaningful relationships with CSX export coal customers following the accident. When Progressive Railroading asked him how he remains resilient and motivated when things get challenging, Jonathan told us this, quote, "I've been told that I'm too optimistic to a fault. I just always believe there is a way through any problem, or that a problem will create a new or unforeseen opportunity," end quote. So Jonathan is traveling today. I'm not sure if he's able to speak with us, but we wish him a heartfelt congratulations on his success. Jonathan, are you there?
I'm here. Thanks, Julie. Like you said, I am traveling, so I'll keep it short. I'm honored to be on the list, especially with some of my other well-deserved CSX colleagues here. Thank you to CSX for giving me the opportunity, and we'll keep doing what we can. Thank you.
Again, congratulations, Jonathan. Next up, we honor Curtis Hooper, Manager of Core Networks for Norfolk Southern Railway. where he leads the team responsible for the enterprise network systems that power the company's digital operations. Curtis began his career at Norfolk Southern as a network engineering intern in 2018 while still in college, later transitioning into a contractor role within the Network Operations Center in 2019. After nearly 2 years in the Operations Center, he moved into a full-time engineering role on Norfolk Southern's Field and Wayside Network team in 2021. From there, he was promoted in spring 2024 to his current position. The nominator who submitted Curtis's nomination for the Rising Stars Award on behalf of the railroad said that Curtis's impact at NS extends beyond technology. Quote, Curtis has been a catalyst for cultural transformation within NS's IT division. He spearheaded programs that evaluated employee-driven innovation and personally led confidential listening sessions that shaped executive decision-making. His leadership helped build trust, amplify frontline voices, and embed a culture of continuous improvement that is now integrated into the company's digital modernization, end quote. Congratulations, Curtis.
Hey, Julie, thank you very much. I'll keep it short and just echo the statements that everybody else has made. Really proud to be a part of this panel. I'm very proud to be amid all the additional rising stars that we have from other various peers in the industry. I just want to thank Norfolk Southern for this opportunity. Thank Anil Bhatt, our CIO, for the nomination, and happy to be here.
Up next is Rising Star Lauren King, Senior Sales Manager at CSX. Upon graduating from University of Georgia, she began her journey with CSX as a temporary contractor in the real estate department. In 2012, she was selected as a CSX management trainee in network operations. Soon after, she transitioned to a role in customer solutions and finally into her current role in the sales and marketing department, where she focuses on supporting growth in the agricultural and food department. Her step into the sales and marketing department was outside of her comfort zone originally, but it allowed her to continue growing her skills. She says in her role, she has been able to blend her creativity with strategy. Her nominator, Kia Warden of CSX, speaks highly of Lauren's skills in building relationships, driving results, and supporting others. Through her strong leadership, understanding of business growth strategies, and commitment to mentorship and community service, Lauren has positioned herself as a leader at CSX. Lauren, congratulations on your successful career, and thank you for your contributions to the railroad industry.
Hi, thank you so much. So I first just want to start off by thanking Progressive Railroading for the recognition. I truly am honored and humbled to be named alongside so many talented railroaders. I want to thank my colleagues at CSX that I've worked with over 13 years. I've been really blessed to meet so many wonderful people who have inspired me and supported me throughout my career. I also want to take a moment to thank my husband, Evan, and my 2 kids, Bryson and Auden. They keep me grounded and they lift me up every day. The railroad is a special place. In my role, I get to share with our customers. I get to share with my customers that, and I love having the opportunity to promote our industry and really serve our communities. So I just want to say congratulations to all the rising stars this year, and thank you again for the recognition.
The next rising star that we're honoring today is Michael Kraft, Director of Long Distance Fleet Replacement at Amtrak, where he leads the replacement effort for single and bi-level equipment procurements. He began his rail career at Conrail and served a stint at STV before joining Amtrak in 2018 as Principal Engineer and Program Manager to help complete the delivery of 130 Viewliner 2 cars. During the end of that program, he played a key role in launching the Intercity Train Set program, which will replace aging fleets like the Amfleet 1 and Metroliner cab cars. Amtrak kicked off the program in 2021 and should have train sets in service in the very near future. His contributions to the Intercity Train Set program ultimately led to his current role. Michael tells us that he didn't latch onto the rail industry until he worked in a summer co-op program at Conrail while still in college, studying for his mechanical engineering degree at Rochester Institute of Technology. Quote, "I knew this would be an industry where I could continue to learn, grow, and truly make a difference," end quote, he told us. He also loves tackling all challenges and trying to make the best of every situation. Quote, "When things get tough, I see it as a challenge that I can tackle to lead to a better tomorrow," end quote. Congratulations on meeting challenges and on your early success in the rail industry, Michael.
Thank you, Julie, and good afternoon, everyone. I want to first thank everyone from Progressive Railroading for this recognition. This recognition is not just a personal milestone, it's a reflection of all the outstanding people I've worked with and had the privilege of working with throughout my career. I also want to extend a heartfelt thanks to my colleagues and mentors at Conrail, STV, and at Amtrak now. Each of these organizations has played a pivotal role in my professional journey, from the early days of learning the ropes on the freight side to switching over to the passenger side to lead mega fleet replacement programs at Amtrak. I've been fortunate to collaborate with some of the most dedicated and forward-thinking professionals in the industry. To my teammates and peers, thank you for your support, your trust, and your shared commitment to excellence. And lastly, and certainly not least, to my family, who routinely puts up with the demands of this industry, thank you for always understanding and being the sounding board for the crazy days. This recognition belongs to everyone that has, helped shape my career throughout the last 2 decades. So thank you very much.
Next up, we honor Rising Star Ken Leonhardt, Associate Vice President for Rail at AECOM. In that role, his focus is on leading AECOM's Western Canada rail engineering consulting practice, while also helping manage client accounts with CPKC and CN across North America. John Warren, AECOM's Vice President of Rail and Transit and the person who nominated Ken for the Rising Stars Award, had this to say about him, quote, "Throughout his career, Ken has worked to deliver enduring positive outcomes for AECOM clients and the communities we serve, while also creating far-reaching positive influence on AECOM culture. His work continues to inspire his colleagues and clients," end quote. Looking ahead, Ken sees both challenges and opportunities in the rail industry, but navigating the changing demographics and developing the next generation of railroads remains a prominent issue, he says. Quote, "I feel no matter where you are in your career, you should always be in a helping position and enabling people to be your successor, while also giving them the latitude to develop in different ways," end quote. Ken, congratulations on your success in helping the rail industry find opportunities and meet its challenges.
Great. Thank you, Julie. It's been a fun and surprising journey over the past almost 15 years. I worked with a lot of great people on a lot of great projects, and really too many to name. We're all presented with a lot of different opportunities as our careers evolve, and the railroad industry isn't for everyone. And I think we all recognize that it's demanding but rewarding experience, and a lot of that is owed to who you work with. So I greatly appreciate this Rising Star recognition and want to say thank you to everyone that has helped shape my career along the way. So thank you.
Up next for recognition is Rachel Lesser, Director of Revenue Accounting and Reporting at Canadian Pacific, Kansas City. In that role, she leads accounting and reporting of revenue worth the equivalent of $15 billion annually and partners with multiple business stakeholders to provide insight and guidance while working closely across CPKC's finance, commercial, and network service teams. The person who nominated Rachel on behalf of CPKC for the Rising Stars Award described Rachel as a fantastic leader who is developing a future generation of leaders and railroaders within the industry. Quote, "The passion Rachel has to learn and understand all aspects of the business while educating stakeholders on the importance and impact finance can have on the company is infectious. Ultimately, her leadership draws out the best in people she works with. Many of the improvements she has made in her department have been adopted and replicated by other accounting teams at CPKC, end quote. Rachel says the most valuable lesson she's learned from her work so far is to remain curious and take proactive steps to understand and learn as much as possible about the rail business. She recommends that people stay engaged and listen to a diversity of perspectives as one works with stakeholders and business partners. She tells us this, quote, "There is so much to learn, and having a well-rounded depth of understanding will allow you to better identify where you can add the most value to your team and the company," end quote. Congratulations, Rachel, on the value that you've brought to CPKC and the rail industry.
Thank you very much. And it is an honor to be here this afternoon, and I am incredibly grateful to Progressive Railroading for this recognition. First and foremost, thank you to my leaders, Kristen Scully and Dean Vargas. Your mentorship and support have been second to none, and I always appreciate your thought leadership, friendship, and guidance. Thank you to my dedicated team and to CPKC for the incredible opportunities in my career thus far, where I have always been encouraged to take a seat at the table. I have so much pride in working for CPKC and to be part of this family of railroaders. And last, but certainly not least, thank you to my husband, Andrew, to my daughters and my family for all of their unwavering support and to will always be my biggest cheerleaders. I am so grateful, and this would not have been possible without you. Thank you so much, and it is an incredible honor to be here with an outstanding group of fellow railroaders today. Thank you.
Thanks, Rachel. Our next rising star is Selena Martin, Director of the Department of Operation Program Delivery at the Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority. Selena's interest in rail sparked when she moved to Boston to attend Northeastern University. While there, she rode the rails around the city and was introduced to the industry through a friend from Northeastern. She joined MBTA as a project manager in the Transit-Oriented Development Department in 2022 and was promoted to a senior project manager. In November 2023, she transitioned to the Track Improvement Program, a 14-month program designed to expedite infrastructure repairs in order to remove the 228 speed restrictions on that section. In her role now, Selena is responsible for managing track and infrastructure projects within the entire MBTA transit system. She works closely with both internal and external stakeholders and coordinates with different MBTA teams to ensure projects stay on budget. Looking ahead, Selena says she believes the greatest challenge facing the rail industry is the industry's needed investment in maintenance and infrastructure, as well as how the rail industry is attracting younger talent and adopting new technological solutions. Selena, thank you for your insight and congrats on being named a 2025 Rising Star.
Thank you, Bridget. I'm truly humbled to be receiving this Rising Star Award. It's such an honor to be recognized amongst such talented and dedicated people. I'm grateful for the support and mentorship of my colleagues at the MBTA and my former colleagues at HDR and HNTB, who've helped me learn and grow over the last 12 years. I'd like to thank my family for their love and support, which helped me stay grounded during challenging times. And thank you, Progressive Railroading, for this recognition. I truly appreciate it.
Up next is Drew Mayer. He's Assistant Vice President of Merchandise Terminal Execution at BNSF Railway Co., where he plays a key role in driving the railroad's merchandise performance. Drew has a Bachelor of Science in Law and Policy from Texas Christian University, an MBA from TCU, and a master's degree in Communication Management from the University of Southern California. Prior to joining BNSF, Drew served in the U.S. Army with deployments to both Iraq and Afghanistan as part of the 4th Infantry Division. His journey at BNSF began in 2015 as a trainmaster. He later transitioned to industrial products in 2017, and in 2020, he returned to the transportation team and has since taken on multiple leadership roles. Drew's passion for logistics and transportation began during his time in the military and while he was pursuing his MBA at TCU. Since then, he has come to view railroading as his calling, akin to the sense of duty he felt in the Army. Drew, unfortunately, is not able to join us today, but we want to say congratulations on your achievements and thank you for your service, Drew.
Our next rising star is Megan McLean, who is Director of Marketing and Sales in the sodium products and soda ash markets for Union Pacific Railroad. In that role, she develops and executes strategic initiatives that drive sustainable business growth, is a trusted business advisor for customers, and ensures alignment between market needs and operational capabilities. After college, Megan spent some time in the retail industry before switching industries and signing on at Union Pacific in 2014. The person who nominated Megan on behalf of Union Pacific says that throughout her time at the company, Megan has intentionally pursued diverse experiences to become an effective contributor and leader. Those roles have included operational positions, time at UP's logistics subsidiary, and over the past 5 years, a dedicated focus on customers within marketing and sales. This broad exposure has strengthened her ability to drive strategic initiatives, foster collaboration, and deliver results, her nominator says. Through her experiences, Megan has learned that communication flexibility is key. She told us that in a fast-paced and collaborative work environment like the railroad, the ability to communicate effectively across roles and personalities can be the difference between alignment and misunderstandings. By the way, few people know this interesting fact about Megan. She is a descendant of Juan Ponce de Leon, the Spanish explorer, who in 1513 landed on what is now Florida. So here's to Megan for discovering much success in her career at Union Pacific Railroad. Congratulations, Megan.
Thank you, Julie. I'm honored to be recognized as part of this year's Rising Stars. And I want to thank Union Pacific and specifically our leader in marketing and sales, Kenny Rocker, for the nomination and Progressive Railroading for the recognition. This award is really a reflection of the people I've had the chance to work with and learn from. I'm proud to be part of an industry that plays such a vital role in our country, and I look forward to continuing to grow and contribute in the rail space. Thank you.
Our next rising star is Cole Pennington, Chief Engineer at Sierra Northern Railway. On a day-to-day basis, Cole maintains the administrative and operational functions of the Maintenance of Way Department. He's responsible for managing infrastructure maintenance and inspection programs, leads the planning of capital and maintenance programs, and manages materials procurement. Cole's career in the rail industry began somewhat unexpectedly in 2015. His family moved to California while he was attending college to become a firefighter. While settling in, he reconnected with a longtime family friend who got him started in a part-time conductor position at SNR. Following his graduation, he became assistant manager of safety and training at SNR and continued advancing through positions at the railroad. From his nominator, Brendan McDonald of SNR, quote, Cole brings a disciplined and safety-focused mindset to his work. His comprehensive understanding of the railroad industry, paired with strong leadership and a passion for mentoring others, makes him an invaluable asset to Sierra Northern Railway and the broader rail community, end quote. Cole, congratulations on your impressive career in the rail industry and on being named a Rising Star.
Thank you so much, Bridget. This is truly an honor, and to echo what others have said earlier, congratulations to my fellow award winners. If you would have told me 10 years ago I'd be sitting here as chief engineer at Sierra Northern Railway, I probably would not have believed you. Stumbled into this industry looking for a part-time job during college, and what I found was a purpose, a team I consider to be family, and a career I'm proud to be a part of. I'm incredibly grateful to those who have guided me, the teammates who have supported me, and especially my family whose love and encouragement have been the foundation of it all. And to Sierra Northern Railway, thank you for believing in me and giving me the opportunity to grow, and I look forward to see what the future has in store for us. This recognition isn't just mine, but it belongs to everyone who's helped me along the way. And again, thank you for this incredible honor.
Thanks, Cole. Our next rising star, Jillian Place, is the Director of Track Maintenance at Union Pacific. She took an interest in the railroad industry after studying abroad in Finland while at Michigan Technological University. The courses in international railroading sparked her interest and led her to pursue rail careers following graduation. She started her career with UP as a management trainee and traveled across the country to learn all aspects of track maintenance and construction. She eventually landed in Chicago, where she landed in the role of Senior Manager of Track Management for the commuter territory and later her current role. To Jillian, leadership is about people. While her role is engineering heavy, she has learned that mentorship, empathy, and strong communication are just as important as engineering expertise. Her nominator, Tanya Eggspruler, said Jillian's leadership skills are a cornerstone of her success. To quote, she excels in building and leading cross-functional teams, fostering a collaborative, inclusive, and high-performing work environment. With a focus on mentorship and professional development, she empowers her team members to grow and thrive while achieving operational excellence. Congrats, Jillian, on your achievements.
Thank you very much, Bridget. And a huge thank you to Progressive Railroad and Union Pacific Railroad for this recognition. I'm incredibly honored to receive this Rising Star Award. And a huge thank you goes out to those who have supported me and encouraged me along the way and has taken the time to share their knowledge and guidance with me. I now look forward to turning to pass on that same support onto other growing employees. I'm proud to be part of such a strong legacy in industry and being a star that's contributing to that. I look forward to seeing what the future holds for each and every one of our rising stars. Thank you again. Appreciate the honor.
Thanks, Jillian. Next up, we honor Rebecca Reel, Assistant Director for Passenger Services and Customer Experience at the Port Authority Trans-Hudson, a rapid transit system that serves northeastern New Jersey and mid and lower Manhattan. PATH is a subsidiary of the Port Authority of New York and New Jersey. Rebecca is responsible for leading the implementation of an enterprise-wide customer experience improvement program for millions of PATH customers. This includes overseeing PATH's revenue collections and passenger service teams, conducting customer advocacy, and advancing data-driven voice of customer best practices. She says her career mantra has been leap even if you don't feel ready. She started her career as a high school history teacher in an urban school under AmeriCorps' Teach for America program. In graduate school, she interned at Amnesty International, where she focused on women's rights, worked at Ford's Theater, and worked on educational programming. After completing her degrees, she joined the Port Authority's Leadership Fellows Program, a 2-year rotational program where she gained exposure to various lines of business, including PATH, which is the 5th busiest commuter railroad in the United States. To her, public transit is the nexus between all of her past experiences and passions: human rights, history, museum studies, international development, and urban education. The person who nominated Rebecca for a Rising Stars Award says she is making a huge impact on the lives of nearly 200,000 daily rail customers by creating and implementing cutting-edge changes across the system. Quote, while a leader of considerable drive, vision, and skill, Rebecca is at heart a team builder who has developed an industry-leading customer experience team almost from scratch, end quote, her nominator told us. Congratulations, Rebecca, on all of your success in all your areas, especially PATH.
Thank you, Julie, and good afternoon, everyone from over here in the New York City area. I want to thank Progressive Railroading and my railroad, the PATH Train, for this honor to be recognized with my colleagues this year as Rising Stars. For me, it's all about the people. I work in customer experience, so specifically our customers who rely on us to live their lives. And thanks to my team, my family, my friends, and my colleagues for always keeping me afloat. And a special thanks to everyone on this call, as well as my other colleagues, for helping us continue to succeed as an industry and as a public service. It's an honor, and thank you again.
Thanks, Rebecca. Next, we recognize Imel Sanchez, Director of Enterprise Architecture at Genesee and Wyoming Railroad Services, Incorporated, where he manages application development, systems integration, data warehousing, and more. Currently, he's exploring AI opportunities to unlock more value for Genesee and Wyoming. He collaborates with business partners, identifies problems, and determines how technology can solve those problems. Imel's nominator, GNW CEO Michael Miller, says Imel joined the company right out of college 12 years ago and has risen through the ranks ever since. For the past 4 years, he has played an instrumental role in the company's overall digital transformation and has made significant impacts across all key business areas. Imel is not only a top-notch IT technology professional, but he's deeply rooted in G&W's business, Mr. Miller told us. When we asked Imel how he stays motivated and resilient when facing a challenge, this is what he told us, quote, "I return to the basics and try not to let the overall problem overwhelm me. What can I control? What can I influence to make a positive impact? I start to break down the situation into controllables and focus my energy on those angles. As I start seeing results, if positive, I move on to the next aspect. If negative, I rethink the approach and do it over again. The key is to stay optimistic that you've been here before, even if it's not the exact same situation. Be confident in your abilities and your team's ability to solve problems," end quote. Congratulations, Imel, on all of your success.
Thank you, Julie. So I'm very humbled to be here. Also want to congratulate all my peers on this call as well. Also very thankful to Michael Miller, my CEO, and overall leadership at G&W for nominating me here to be here. Looking at my career 12 years ago, did I see myself being in this industry in this role? Definitely not. However, I'm very glad to be here. The railroad industry may not be the most cutting edge, industry as far as technology and innovation, as adopting the latest technologies and whatnot. But I do believe, we all here have, a lot of good opportunities, to improve that and make our industry overall better, right? To drive better customer service, better experiences for our end customers. And I truly do believe that we are, the #1 transportation mode in the world as far as like efficiency, economy, and whatnot. So I'm very driven and motivated to continue to do what I can to realize that impact. Also wanted to thank my team. Without my team, I'm not here. And I look forward to seeing some of them be recognized as well in future iterations. So again, thanks again for the recognition and congratulations to all my peers as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Imel. Our next rising star to be recognized is Maria Stali, the Communications Railroad and Transit Project Manager at GAR Consulting Services, Inc. There, Maria manages people and projects, supports business development, and helps grow and expand the communications practice across the rail sector. She ensures technical quality and timely delivery while also mentoring junior engineers and coordinating across disciplines. Maria started her rail career after studying electrical engineering at Manhattan University and then moved on to Metro North Railroad. She started there as an intern in the railroad's maintenance of equipment division and quickly discovered a passion for rail engineering. She transitioned into the communications and signals group and enrolled in Metro North's Associate Engineering Program, an 18-month rotation through key departments such as Power, Track, Communications and Signals, or C&S. As part of the program, she completed the 4-phase C&S maintainer training, an experience that deepened her technical understanding and shaped her career. She later moved into consulting and project management, ultimately growing into a role at Burns Engineering and more recently at GAR Consulting. Quote, "Not many people set out intending to work in rail," end quote, Maria told us. But she added that she likes to say the rail industry chooses you. Stali was nominated for the Rising Stars Award by her previous employer, Burns Engineering. Here's what her nominator there said about her. Quote, "Maria has established herself as a rising rail industry talent by successfully managing complex multi-million-dollar rail projects, playing a major role in establishing industry best practices, and working to create pathways for underrepresented groups in engineering and rail systems," end quote. Congratulations to you, Maria, on your success and on being a rising star.
Thank you, Julie. I really appreciate that. I want to sincerely thank Burns Engineering for nominating me, and more specifically, Progressive Railroading for selecting me for this recognition. I also want to thank my family, my husband, my 2 boys, and the many coworkers and mentors in the industry who have supported me throughout my career and continue to do so. Their encouragement and guidance have made a lasting impact on my growth. Every day, I do my best to contribute to a safer, more reliable transportation system, not only as an engineer, but most importantly, as a fellow New Yorker who grew up relying on public transit. Every project I work on is a chance to improve the experience for people and families just like mine. I also want to congratulate all the rising stars and thank you once again.
Thanks, Maria. Our next rising star is Josiah Steeman, Director of Operations at FTS Tools. In his role, he oversees daily operations, manages customer services, and heavily contributes to product development. Josiah began his career in the rail industry at FTS Tools as a warehouse and product intern during college. While he has always loved trains, he truly came to appreciate how incredible the rail industry is while interning, and he has stayed with FTS since then. He actively guides younger professionals into the rail industry, sharing his expertise and encouraging them to pursue excellence in their career, says Peter Bartek, Josiah's nominator. When asked what the most valuable lesson he has learned in his career, Josiah says, quote, "Sometimes results take time, so do not lose heart. Things don't always go the way we plan, but if we persevere, we often see greater results than we imagined were possible. It's like the Bible verse that says, let's not grow weary in doing good, for in time we will reap if we don't give up," end quote. Josiah, congrats on your industry achievements and on your selection as a rising star.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bridget. I really appreciate that. And congratulations to everybody else, all the other winners here, all the other honorees. I'm so grateful for this. I mean, it's really a privilege to be here, and I'm so thankful for Progressive Railroading, the recognition in this ceremony. I also just really want to thank Peter Bartek, our CEO at FTS Tools. He's really been a mentor to me. He's taught me so much about the rail industry, and I've learned so much from our customers, all of my coworkers, everybody. Just want to say thank you to everyone. And thank you to my wife, of course, who's just supported me as I've labored on, and we love what we do. We love what we do at our company, and I'm just very grateful to be part of that team that's about producing innovative technologies to make the rail industry better and safer. So thank you, everybody.
Next, we recognize Doug Swatas, who is General Director, Crew Management at Union Pacific Railroad, where he oversees workforce planning, crew dispatching, lodging, transportation, and FRA hours of service for 13,000 plus train, engine, and yard crews across the Class 1's 23-state network. Doug started as a crew dispatcher responsible for calling train, engine, and yard crews to work. He transitioned to manager and director roles where he led crew dispatching and workforce planning. In 2021, he joined the customer care and support realm at UP, leading the manifest team, and worked directly with customers, marketing and sales, and the operations team. In 2023, he returned to crew management in his current role. His nominators at Union Pacific told us that Doug's leadership has significantly improved crew utilization, automation, employee engagement, and customer service performance. Quote, "His initiatives had led to more effective crew staffing, reduced delays, and better resource management, benefiting both employees and customers," end quote. Ultimately, Doug followed his dad into the rail business. His father also worked for Union Pacific Railroad and encouraged his son to apply there, where today he's finding much success. Congratulations to you, Doug.
Thank you, Julie. I'd like to thank Progressive Rail for this recognition. It's such an honor and opportunity to be up here and recognized with a number of outstanding leaders in our industry. I'd like to thank Union Pacific. It's really an honor to be up here and help represent the Union Pacific team. Wouldn't be possible without my team and the support of a number of different leaders I've had throughout my career at Union Pacific. And a special thank you to my wife, Mandy, and my 2 children, Jackson and Blakely. I can tell you without a doubt, I wouldn't be here today without their support and ongoing encouragement. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Doug. Our next rising star, is Lindsay Valdivia, lead senior software engineer of product engineering at CSX. Lindsay is responsible for a team of 4 engineers across various business and technology areas at CSX and serves as the platform lead for SHIP CXS. Like many, Lindsay fell into the rail industry almost accidentally. She applied to an internship with CSX during her second to last semester at the University of North Florida. Either she applied to the wrong position or the job description was incorrect because she was offered a full-time job. In the 13 years since she began her career at CSX as a management trainee, Lindsay has supported numerous teams as she moved from trainee to analyst, developer, senior engineer, and finally lead. To quote her nominator, Kia Warren, "Through her leadership, the company has identified and mitigated significant risks in many software and infrastructure upgrades, allowing the systems she supports to meet their commitments with minimal business impact. Lindsay demonstrated remarkable resilience and expertise, giving her the ability to navigate complex challenges and deliver successful outcomes." End quote. Lindsay, thank you for your contributions to the rail industry and congrats on being named a Rising Star.
Thank you, Bridget. And thank you, Progressive Railroading. I echo everybody else and that I'm very humbled and thankful to be amongst all of you incredible folks. I did want to thank CSX for the opportunity to be a part of so many different cool and innovative solutions that we've worked on that help drive us forward or mitigate risk or otherwise just propel the industry. Thank you to all the mentors and colleagues I've had over the last 13 years who've always been just overly generous with their time and their guidance. And of course, their knowledge. I did want to thank my husband and my little 2.5-year-old girl for all their support through late nights and long weekends whenever we've, had a big upgrade or something's gone bump in the night. The railroad is demanding and it's demanding on the families too. So, and of course, thank you again to Progressive Railroading for the recognition and for creating this program. Our industry has been around for a while, but I think we have incredible potential. And I think everybody here has enormous capacity for growth and for change, and we have a big responsibility in that. And I know none of us take that lightly. So thank you again for this year's nomination. And thank you for continuing to highlight all the fantastic work everybody's doing. Thank you.
Thanks, Lindsay. We'll now get to know our next rising star, Tamika Watson Bryant, General Manager of the New Orleans Public Belt Railroad. As GM, she oversees general operations, customer service, and track maintenance, as well as managing 176 employees. A second-generation railroader, Tamika has always been around railroads. She began her career in operations, moved into safety and training, and then held a position in sales and marketing before taking on the role of general manager. A lesson she's learned from her career is that employees are the most valuable asset for a railroad. Because of this, safety remains a priority, and she works to improve safety at the New Orleans Public Belt Railroad every day. From her perspective, the rail industry's greatest challenge today is working with technology, old and new, and maintaining visibility as the industry driving the country's economy. Tamika was unable to make it today, but we wish to extend her our congrats on being selected as a rising star. And last but certainly not least is Jake Weir, Senior Director of Industrial Development at RJ Corman Railroad Group. In his role, Jake develops and oversees strategies related to industrial sites and buildings, manages economic development relationships, and customer rail project management across all 19 railroads on the RJ Corman network. Like many, he was fascinated with trains as a child, but didn't picture a career in it. Upon taking a co-op in college with Norfolk Southern, he developed a passion and appreciation for how multifaceted the rail industry is and how important it is to the U.S. and broader North American economy. That opportunity turned into a career, and he has never looked back. From nominator Shannon Drown at RJ Corman, quote, "Jake's leadership skills are evident in his forward-thinking approach to industrial development at RJ Corman. He champions a strategy that looks to the future, encouraging innovation and challenging assumptions. Jake's ability to think outside the box and push others to do the same has led to the development of the best possible solutions for R.J. Corman's customers. Jake, congratulations on your railroad industry achievements and on being named one of our 2025 Rising Stars.
Hey, thanks, Bridget, and thanks to the whole Progressive Railroading team for putting on this event and for your continued recognition of the individuals across the railroad industry. So like everybody has said before me, I'm truly honored and humbled to have been included in this year's Rising Stars. And congrats to everyone else that's being recognized today. I think it's pretty clear that everybody on here would say that there's a strong backing of a strong team behind them and a support system. So I'd like to thank R.J. Corman, the entire team there, but especially Shannon Drown, Justin Broyles, and the Commercial Development Group for their support and collaboration that allows me to pursue something I'm passionate about each and every day. It's a privilege to be part of this organization, and I look forward to continuing to work in this dynamic industry. I'd also like to thank my wife Amberly and son Cooper, who have always been there for me, supported me throughout my career, even when it requires long days, missed family events, and even moving to new places. So I appreciate them so much. I think it's fair to say that the future is bright with all of these rising stars that are on this call today. So I'm grateful to be in such good company, and congrats to everyone. Thank you.
And that wraps up our 2025 Rising Stars. So back to you, Kirk.
Thank you, Bridget. And again, congratulations to all of today's honorees. You truly are an impressive group of individuals who are making a real impact on the rail industry. Just a reminder, you can read all the profiles for all of the honorees on progressiverailroading.com right now. They will also be featured in the September issue of Progressive Railroading magazine. One last time, I'd like to offer a very sincere thank you to our sponsors, our platinum sponsor, CSX, our gold sponsor, Genesee and Wyoming, silver sponsors, BNSF, CPKC, REMSA, Sierra Northern Railway, and TTX. I'd also like to thank our events and education team, Wendy and Danielle and Paul, for developing and producing this fantastic event today, as well as Bridget and Julie for guiding us through all of today's honorees. And I want to thank all of you, all the friends, the families, coworkers, for being here to support your Rising Star today. Please remember, submissions for our 2026 Rising Stars program will open at the end of this year. So start thinking about who you'd like to see as an award winner next year. Lastly, I wanted to let everybody know about our second annual conference, exclusively tailored to young professionals. It's called Propel, and it's going to provide a great blend of education, networking, hands-on skill building sessions to optimize team building and leadership. You can come hear stories from the rail professionals, engage in guided discussions, enhance your leadership abilities, and dare I say, keep your career rising. Propel is being held October 6th in Chicago. It's an ideal place for all of you to network and actually meet in person. We're very excited about the way it's shaping up, and we hope everybody will join us. Watch your inbox for more information very soon, including an exclusive registration discount for all of today's Rising Stars honorees. So thank you for joining us today. I hope everyone has a great and safe rest of the week. Thank you so much.